recognize her. So listen, we have a lot of kids in here, so we got to talk really quickly and get outside so we can meet all of them. Okay? Okay, okay, adults? Oh, Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dick Maitland is here, who does the sound effects for Sesame Street. Dick, stand up. Stand up. He is the man who finishes the Muppets on Sesame Street. Footsteps, everything. Falling down, everything. And there's always some kind of screaming chicken somewhere. All right, quick questions. Raise your hand. Come on, come on, come on. Yes?
Starting out, what was your biggest motivation?
Starting out, what was my biggest motivation? My mom and dad. Yes?
How is it that there were cameras present when you met Kermit for the first time?
These documentary people are phenomenal. Unbelievable. No, actually it was a show called Big Blue Marble that was on PBS. That they asked Kermit Love if he, Kermit Love, if he knew of a young puppeteer, and he said my name, and so they filmed me with him. And we shot in Baltimore for 2 days, and then we went up to New York. They took me up to New York, and we shot with Kermit for 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah, and then luckily, Corinne and Connie found the footage, so I'm glad about that. Yes, questions? Yeah, right here. Was my daughter ever interested in becoming a puppeteer? No, she went from engineer, maybe being an engineer, to mass communication. And so she's at University of Maryland, College Park, doing, I think it's more mass communications. Yeah. Yes, Frankie?
When you were bullied in school?
When I was bullied in school?
Yeah, did it motivate you?
Did it motivate me? You know, I really didn't care what they said. I didn't. Well, no, because it was more because of my mom and dad, the support, and we had a really close-knit family. So I really, respected and took what they said and not. There you go. So that's, and I was lucky that way. All right, right back here.
How long did it take to make Elmo, and who actually created
How long does it take to make Elmo? I mean, I wish that Raleigh Prusum was here, because she's a phenomenal builder at the shop. She could probably tell you that. It would take about, did I hear somebody? Is she here? No, it takes about 3 weeks to a month. But I didn't build the first Elmo. It was all designed and built by the Sesame Workshop. Yeah, right here.
Have you overcome your shyness, or is it still?
No, I did overcome my shyness. What made me overcome my shyness was I wanted to get paid. I could put the puppet up and have the puppet negotiate for me. It didn't work. So I had to put the puppet down and negotiate. Yeah. When the Muppets, how do their eyebrows move? Ooh, which one? Which one are you thinking about? What Muppet are you thinking about? Well, Bert has a unibrow. So that's an easy little mechanism to make. It's something that we have some great mechanical people at the shop also, like Larry Jameson and Tom Newby, who create those things. And they're amazing. Yeah.
When did it really hit you, like, wow, this is like something big?
When did it really hit me that, wow, this is something big? I think I even talked about it in the doc, that second season I came back when I had Elmo. They actually found the actual sketch that I did with Emilio, where Elmo was saying goodbye hugs and hello hugs. That was the show, and the crew laughed. The crew laughed. So when you hear that, it's like a comedian. The first time you get a laugh from the audience, you think you have something. Fortunately, I thought I did, and I thought maybe I'd keep my job a little longer. Yeah.
Kevin, the documentary was fantastic. You guys all did a really wonderful job. Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's hear it for
thank you. Kevin, I don't know if this is true or not, but they're talking about doing another Dark Crystal. Is there any chance you might be involved in that?
I hear they're talking about doing one, and I hope they are, so I can finally get to work on it. I'm hoping. I know Lisa Henson, I know they had a script, and I don't know where it's at, but I hope that it happens. Yeah, definitely. Yes?
What is it about Sesame Street that makes it such a universal concept?
What is it about Sesame Street that makes it universal?
Since it's
I mean, man. It's you know, it's not that heavy to really talk about the why it's a success. I mean, you know, they put it together, and it's more relationships. It's teaching ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, but they really started to put together a wonderful relationship with the cast and the Muppets, and that's what you truly love. It's like looking at Star Wars and what they did with Chewbacca and you know and those characters. You really believe that they know each other, and it's the same thing on the street. You know, everybody knows each other and loves each other. Some characters, you know, but you get that, and everybody gets that. That's why it's more. It's a show that really personally connects to everybody around the world because of that. They knew that was really important to show that. Yes.
What's been the biggest moment of your career?
Biggest moment of my career? Man, there's so many. One of them is right now. Thank you very much. I'll pay you later. One was sitting with Jim and Jim saying to me, man, you know, Elmo's really doing well. I'm really happy for you. That's one. Another, you know, I got to do Television Hall of Fame. Jim was inducted into it. And we did this whole really sleazy, you know, schlocky type song called Jim is the Jim is the one, you know, this. But it was really cute because it was Fraggle singing it and the Muppet Show characters in Sesame Street. And Jim was out in the audience trying to smile with this camera almost up his nose. You know? And but what was really sweet that was so Jim is at the end of all of that, there's a big puppet stage and all of the Muppets, Piggy and Kermit, and I was there with Elmo, and he made sure that he was inducted into it, but he made sure that all of us came out in front of people like Johnny Carson and Lucille Ball and Bob Hope. They were all in the audience, and he made sure that all of us came out and our names was on the screen, that we were part of, you know, his gig, and I was always really appreciative. Another was Labyrinth that we talked about, where, you know, I didn't know that he was going to put my name up in front like that, and Jim was very generous that way, as Mr. Dick knows. Yeah, wait back. How much ad-libbing? You know, I have to tell the truth because Dick is sitting there. No, we have phenomenal writers, and when we get it on the stage, we play around with it because that's how you create a character, not from one-dimensional to three-dimensional. So we play around with each other, but we never get in the way with the curriculum in the script, and you know, we make sure all of that's there. But we play around. Yeah, over here. Yeah.
Is a Muppet a monster puppet? Is that
Is a Muppet a monster? No, a Muppet is marionette puppet.
Marionette?
Yeah, Jim put marionette and puppet together, and you got Muppet. Yeah, right back here. Thank you.
I have 2 questions.
Oh. Yeah, go ahead.
What do your parents think of the movie?
What is what?
Your
My parents?
Yes.
Well, well, they forgot about. They had gotten interviewed so long ago that they had forgotten that it was even. I was even doing it, which I thought was sweet because you know when I knew I could have them all go, it was in Silver Spring because we live in my whole family lives in Maryland, and so they got to go, and I just watched them and cried like a baby behind. But also, my mom called Connie like for like a week and a half after that every day saying, I can't believe it, it's just wonderful. No, so they're very proud. And there was a lot of things that they don't run around with me. Is everything okay with you? You okay? I'm coming.
My second question is for
Oh, I'm sorry, second question.
for Connie. Is what drew you to this project?
What drew me to the project?
Yes.
Well, I have James and I have a 12-year-old daughter, but at the time, you know, she was really little, and when I would shower, I put her in front of Sesame Street, and I would always stay longer to watch Elmo. I just thought Elmo Elmo was, you know, the item. So when James went to Sesame one day, he was shooting there. He came back with a VHS of a little message that they had taped for Kevin and Elmo, or Elmo had taped for our daughter, and I was just blown away by that. And I just said to James, "Who is the man who is behind?" I was curious, and that's how the whole thing started. Please tell him, you know, I want to make a film about him. I hadn't thought about it. I just blurted it out because that's the way it is sometimes, and it was the best blurt ever. So,
Thank you.
7-year blurt.
One thing, guys, we really, really need your help. We want everybody to see this, so please, Twitter, email, Facebook, you know, smoke signals. Let's just pull all this stuff, you know, cans with strings. You know. Please tell everybody about it. Yes.
I have a question for the gentleman with the green fur.
Yes.
Who is your favorite Muppet of all time?
Well, that depends. Are you talking to me or talking to him? Well, my favorite Muppet is Oscar. He's the same color as me. Yeah.
What about you?
Well, my two favorite Muppets are Ernie and Bert.
You have an amazing anecdote in Jim Henson's The Works about performing in the church scene in the Muppet movie with Jim. And I was wondering, which I love, but I was wondering if you have a favorite moment of performing with Jim that you can recall.
Perform, yes. When we got to do One Fine Face together.
Elmo has 2 eyes, so you can see. Elmo has 3 ears, 2 ears to listen to what you say to.
It was wonderful. And also, I think that was a Jeff Moss song, too, which was even more wonderful. Yes? Oh, please, you guys. Yes, right here. So now, you know, can you imagine me trying to get...
Taxi!
It's not going to work. Yeah.
What do you know the impact that you have on some adults?
I've impacted everyone. So, you know what's really phenomenal about Sesame Street is that we have a lot of parents, a lot of adults that watch that don't have kids. You know, which is really, really cool. You know, you know, a friend of mine, Wynton Marcellus, always says the best variety show on TV.
And I say that because I had a very vicious, I ride motorcycles, and I had a very vicious motorcycle accident.
You had a very vicious motorcycle accident?
So in recovery.
You watch Sesame.
And I would not open my eyes, and Elmo came on. I just sat up.
Oh, really?
And I was like, oh my God, Elmo.
Cool. That's great.
This woman was just saying that when she was in recovery after, because I know Kevin's not there, when she was in recovery after a motorcycle accident, she was just out the whole time, but every time Elmo came on, she just sat right up and came back to life.
All right, one more question, this young lady right here. And then you can ask me the questions outside, too. What was my favorite character that I made? Oh, man, it had to be Barty. Barty was the one that I enjoyed because I got to do so much with him. So I'm going to bring out the Little Red Monster, and then what we're going to do is we're going to have you...